Every sip of Coca-Cola brings you closer to the excitement of the FIFA World Cup 26. Because nothing compares to the joy. So grab a Coke and drink in the FIFA World Cup 26. No purchase necessary. 13 plus in 50 U.S. states and D.C. with a web-enabled device. Ends March 1st with 8 entry periods. Rules at cokeurl.com/soccerrules.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Victory Drive. Man, what a wild time to be alive, isn't it? Jeez. Joe Biden's dropping out of the race. Kamala Harris is running. Trump almost got assassinated. Holy shit, what else is going to happen? This is fucking crazy. And I don't know about you, but I kind of just hope that everything kind of goes nice and smooth from here on out, because there's been a lot of crazy shit been going on. But what's not crazy is that hunting season is coming up, and that is something I'm super excited for. My buddy Matt and I have been getting ready, putting some food plots in and everything else. Not a whole lot's been growing. It's been pretty dry where we're at, so we're hoping to put in some big time pretty soon here and get some food plot stuff going. It's just getting really close to season, I feel like. It's just, after, I think everyone kind of says once 4th of July is over and all that fun festivity stuff, everyone's kind of really starts shifting towards whitetail hunting. And this is something that I'm getting super, super excited for. And I'm really looking forward to finding a new weapon to hunt with this year. So hopefully I can get something found. I think I'm going to try buying a handgun, like a good old fashioned hunting handgun, like a 44 mag or something fun like that to go out late season hunting with instead of my muzzleloader. It's just muzzleloaders are cool and all, but they're not as cool as like a 6-shooter or something like that. So I'm going to try find something fun to go hunting with this year and change it up a little bit. You have to get pretty close with handguns majority of the time. But I've also been looking into getting like a 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. And that son of a bitch can shoot pretty damn far. It can shoot probably farther than most people are capable of shooting with handguns. So that's pretty exciting. Just looking into all sorts of fun stuff, keep things exciting and new, That's one thing I like to do a lot, is try to change things up, keep things fresh. I did get a new bow this year. I got a new Elite Omnia, and got that set up not too long ago. And I'm sorry, it's not an Omnia, it's an Ethos. I'm a fucking idiot. Jeez, oh, peace. I'm looking right at it. I'm like, what a fucking dumbass am I? I got a new Elite Ethos and got that all set up, and it's flinging pretty solid. Pretty excited to go out archery hunting with that, and just other things. I don't know what I'm really rambling about, but I'm just really excited for season to get started and start seeing some whitetails hit the ground. So I hope you guys are getting excited for it, and hopefully some of these episodes that I've been doing can help kind of bridge the gap between hunting seasons. That's one thing with Victory Drive that I try to do a lot, is not necessarily make it every single episode just about hunting, because there's so much to talk about in the shooting world. And I like to talk to competitive shooters and other things. I'm trying to get on more big tactical guys, but that's kind of hard to come by. So some of them are pretty hard to track down and get a hold of, if you know what I'm saying. So just trying to keep things fresh and new and interesting, and I hope I'm doing all right with it. But this week I have on Brady Lawing, so that should help bridge the gap a little bit. He's a competitive 3-gun shooter and competitive airgunner. I think we all kind of know, maybe not know. I don't know. I had a post a little bit ago about air guns, and if I think the caption on there was like, "Are air guns cool or gay?" or something like that. So I don't know. I have my own little conspiracy theories about air guns and everything else, and I kind of talk about that a little bit, but we don't really go into great detail. It's just air guns have always been something that I've been kind of leery of making, like wanting to get super popular, just because I feel like that's what they use in like Europe and other countries that you're not allowed to have guns in. So it just makes me feel like air guns are like the are like a step in the direction of banning guns, where politicians like to say, with assault weapons, quote unquote assault weapons, they like to say, well, you're not using an AR-15 for hunting, even though a shit ton of people do. They're ignorant, don't know fucking anything. So, when they're talking about banning certain weapons, they're like, well, you don't need to use that for hunting anyways. And it's like, it's not about fucking hunting. It's about, defense. And so I just feel like sometimes air guns are kind of a step in the wrong direction as far as what we're using to hunt with and all that stuff. And maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. I'm probably looking way too into it. Sometimes I have a bit too much of a conspiratorial mind, so it kind of leads me down the wrong direction sometimes. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Brady, he likes air guns and he likes to shoot them. And honestly, the way he was talking about some of these air gun competitions, they seem pretty interesting, honestly. They really do. So hopefully you guys enjoy this episode with Brady, talking about 3-gun matches, his loadout there, air gun matches, and kind of the pitfalls of competing and trying to stay up on your game with all that stuff. And honestly, one big takeaway from this is just how I guess open the shooting community is in competitions. And yes, it's a competition, but a lot of them are very, very helpful. Like, they'll let you shoot their shit if your shit breaks, and all sorts of pretty cool camaraderie building things coming from the competitive shooting world that makes me pretty happy to hear about. So hope you guys enjoy this episode with Brady. And I know I did. It was a very good one. So yeah. Sorry. On to the partners of Victory Drive, shall we? All right, this podcast is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. Grizzly Coolers, like I say every other week, they are the leaders of the hard-sided cooler game. I really do feel that way, that they do make the best hard-sided coolers. So if you're into like hard-sided, like when I say hard-sided coolers, I mean, like the roto-molded coolers, where, they're generally bear proof, they have the rubber latches and all that shit. So if you guys don't know who Grizzly Coolers are, check them out on grizzlycoolers.com. Check out their stuff there. Check out their coolers. They also have really good soft side coolers. So if hard side coolers are just a little too cumbersome for you, then they do make really good soft sided coolers too, that you can just carry around and take tailgating with you, or take to your buddy's house and slam some brews and not drive afterwards, but have a good time. So really good stuff from Grizzly Coolers. They also, I think they talked last week a lot about their hunting blinds. Hunting blinds are above and beyond the best. They don't creak. Their windows are nice and smooth and quiet. Just all around great, high quality shit coming from Grizzly Coolers. So if you're in the market for, an elevated hunting blind, like a hard side cooler, soft side cooler, or even drinkware, Grizzly Coolers has got your back. So check them out. Use code WCB15. Let me check on that real quick, actually. Let me check the codes. All right, yeah. Use code WCB to save 15%. I thought I had it memorized, but I guess I didn't. So use code WCB at Grizzly Coolers for 15% off. Also, we got Huntworth. If you guys haven't heard, Huntworth just came out with some new Vertec camo. Man, that shit looks pretty fucking nice. So if you're in the market for some new hunting clothing and stuff, check out Huntworth. I don't think the Vertec camo is available for sale until I believe August 1st. Don't quote me on that. Just look up Huntworth gear and check them out on social media and all that good stuff. And they'll be posting about the drop dates and all that stuff pretty soon. They just launched it, just started coming out fresh off the press. So Huntworth new Vertec camo is pretty fucking sick. It's kind of hard it has more green in it than the Disruption or Tarnin does. I mean, it just has the pattern is hard to explain. It's not digi camo. It's not like leaf camo. I don't really know how to explain it very well, but you just got to look at it and you'll tell for yourself. But it just has more colors in it, and definitely some more greens. So that definitely helps, I think, with blending in, especially during like spring or fall hunts and stuff like that. So I still feel like Tarnin is probably going to be the best camo for your late late season stuff, like when there's snow on the ground and all that. But this Vertec camo is probably, it looks like it's going to work the best in just so many different, I guess, climates and environments. So more greens, more browns, just really, really cool looking camo coming from Huntworth. So check them out. Use code WCB15 for Huntworth gear. Let me see here. Actually, with the new Vertec camo, I don't think promo codes are going to be working on it for the first however long. So that is going to be full price gear, but it's brand new, guys. Like, come on. It's brand fucking new. Obviously, they made it. They're coming out with it. So use code WCB15 if you want to get into disruption or tarnin, and just check out Huntworth's new Vertec. And if you like the way that shit looks, pick up some, because it's fucking looks pretty sick. Anywho, also, we got Black Ovis. They're kind of your one-stop shop for all your outdoor hunting, camping needs. They've got boots, they got tents, they got archery equipment. They got all sorts of shit on blackovis.com. And they also have some really good branded clothing and stuff for themselves too. I really like some of their solid color lineup. They've got a really solid color lineup. So check out blackovis.com and check them out and see what peruse their wares if you need are looking for anything before season comes up and stuff. So use code VICTORY at checkout there to save some coin. And also Mountain Ops. Mountain Ops is your hometown supplement company. So really good people from Mountain Ops. They're donating a shit ton of meals to hungry people all around the globe. And so they're doing really, really good things. And they also make some pretty damn good supplements. Obviously Ignite is the number one seller. Probably it's the most useful, especially if you're into drinking a lot of energy drinks and stuff from the gas station. Knock that shit off, because it's not good for you. It's also not good for your pocketbook. Mountain Ops will end up being cheaper than energy drinks from the gas station. 100%, it's way cheaper. I want to say it's like half the fucking price if you do the math. I'm not good at math, so don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably at least, or if not more than half the price than going to the gas station and picking up a Monster every single day, sometimes twice a day. So check out Mountain Ops if you're into caffeine and working out. Use code VICTORY at checkout with Mountain Ops as well. All right, without further ado, guys, thank you for listening. Hopefully you enjoy the episode, and everyone welcome Brady Lawing. All right, Brady Lawing, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you, sir?
Good, very good. Just kind of getting all set up and ready to go and everything else. But we got in contact. So Jordan Jones, he's the one that suggested I have you on the show here. So are you guys you guys like pretty good friends then, or?
We don't talk a whole lot, but we used to dove hunt together quite a bit, and now we just kind of, keep up with each other.
Cool. Yeah. He reached out to me. I don't know how long it was, a couple weeks ago, I suppose. And it was like, hey, you need to check out this Brady Lawing guy. He does a lot of 3-gun stuff and airgun stuff. I'm like, all right, sweet. So I remember I was looking at your Instagram, kind of perusing a little bit. I'm like, shit, all right, sounds good. I'll reach out to him and stuff. So I want you to kind of go into a little bit of your background and how you got into all this stuff.
All right, so I can start with 3-gun if that.
Yeah, you start wherever you want. Where you're born, whatever.
So as far as like shooting, I guess it all started with hunting.
Okay.
To be honest, since a little kid, my dad was always a hunter, and then from the time I was like 3, I would shoot pellet guns at pine cones. So just always been into it. And then I shot my first deer when I was 7. and just always been into hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then what got the whole 3-gun thing started was a guy at my dad's work, actually, his daughter was doing a senior project, and I think I was 11 at the time. And he's like, "Hey, bring your boys, me and my brother, come shoot, and you can shoot 22 rifle, 22 pistol, and then shotgun." So we go over there, shot the match the first day. I think I'm pretty sure it was Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. I can't remember. And I had the fastest time, and then some other guys had ended up beating me later on in the day, and they were like, "Hey, come back and shoot it again and try to beat them." So I ended up winning the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
This outlaw 1-stage 3-gun match. And I was like, this is really fun. So we just started researching how to get into it more.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe about a little less than a year later, we got everything together, bought a shotgun and a pistol and that kind of stuff to get into it.
Yeah.
And showed up to the first 3-gun match and didn't have any gear, didn't really know what to expect, because that one 3-gun stage match that I'd won was just a lot different than the actual 3-gun circuit.
Okay. So you
borrowed several things.
Yeah. So you got started so you shot your first match at 11, then you started getting in, when you got into it, you said the next year, so you're 12 and you're shooting, like an AR, a 9mm handgun and a 12 gauge shotgun at this point?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sick. That's awesome. So you started this super young. How old are you?
I'm 22 right now.
22. Shit. So you're on 10 years now.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that's pretty impressive resume for a young man. That's pretty awesome. So this girl that was doing a research paper for school, she was doing it on 3-gun competitions?
Yeah, and it was like a 1-stage match. You run it 3 times, the same stage, and then they took the fastest time of your 3 runs and basically put you on a whiteboard, had a leaderboard there and a little trophy for the end of the thing. And it was crazy as I won, but
yeah, that's awesome.
And the research, of course, when I got actually started into it, my first local real match where people do it all the time was like 30-minute drive down the road. They did one the last Saturday of every month. It was called Walnut Grove, and I was like 30 something. I showed up. I had the guns and the ammo and didn't know about all the other gear and stuff. I had a pistol holster. I didn't have that much. I had to borrow shotgun loaders. I was loading one at a time, and it was just a lot of fun. And it's crazy how I guess everything's developed and more gear and everything like that.
That's crazy. So when you first started, you were borrowing a bunch of gear from other competitors and stuff then?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one thing about the 3-gun community. They will give their biggest competition anything. I mean, if you're there and you need something, somebody's going to let you borrow what you need, and somebody's got it. It's great.
That is cool.
Honestly, great.
Yeah, that's one thing I've heard from. I've had a few other guys on here that have shot competitions and stuff, and with PRS matches and other long range shooting courses and stuff like that. And that's what they've all said too, is that you just need to get there. Just take what you need, like your rifle or the necessities, I guess, right? And then if there's any other gear, like shooting bags or something else that you need, then the community is very strong. Where it's like they want. Above all else, it seems like a lot of the competitors just want people in it, because it's like they know, like, hey, if we get more people into it, then it's gonna be more competition, but the competition itself is gonna go along, like go further than them. So that's pretty awesome to hear that the community is kind of in there. You're competitors, but you're all gentlemen at the same time, and able to swap gear and everything else and help each other out.
100%. I mean, like going to major matches now, you'll have the 3 or 5 fastest guys in the match that are all competing neck and neck with each other on every single stage. And the day before on walkthroughs, they're all walking through together, figuring out, best ways to run it and sharing stage plans. It's great.
That is cool. So can you kind of run us through like what a 3-gun competition looks like? So you talked about some walkthroughs and stuff, but kind of just the average, I guess, match and what it all entails.
Okay, so there's basically 2 types of 3-gun matches. If I had to categorize them, there's like outlaw, which it's a lot smaller. They're 1-day events. There's no prize table. You just show up. It's basically a practice match.
Mm-hmm.
And those are typically between 4 and 6 stages. And you'll have anywhere from 20 to maybe 60 shooters depending on the match for that. And as far as stages go, there's bays and then there's natural terrain. I prefer natural terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle runs, running through the woods shooting. That's really what I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Bays are fun too, especially if they do like multiple bays as one stage. But then you got like major matches where those are like 8 to 12 stages over the course of 2-3 days. And anywhere from 100 to 200 people there.
Jeez.
And I mean, from all over the country. You get people from all over the country to shoot the major matches, and there's a big prize table at the end where you, based on how you place, you get gear back from sponsors of the match, that kind of thing.
Well, that's pretty cool. Is there ever like, is it usually just prize tables, or is it like ever like prize money and stuff too? Or I don't know how that all works.
Honestly, in 3-gun, there's not really much of a cash payout anywhere. Once in a while, the winner might get $200 or something.
Oh, okay.
There's not big money in 3-gun as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically just prize table for the majors, for whatever sponsors donate that sponsor the match.
Mm-hmm. That's cool too, though. I mean, getting free gear and shit's always nice.
Oh yeah, and a lot of it's, I mean, you may pick up a $2,000 rifle or, a $1,500 scope,
Mm-hmm.
if you pick up high.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I've always, man, when I was a kid, I watched, used to watch 3-gun matches all the time when I was younger and stuff. And I'm like, man, I really want to do that someday. It's just the competition stuff. For whatever reason, I think it's mostly, I guess for me, it's like money and stuff, right? Money and time, where I want to do all these competitions and shit and everything else, but it's really hard to kind of get into and devote, especially as you get older, like you're still a young man. It's like when you get older and stuff like that, everything life kind of starts catching up to you a little bit, and you're like, damn it, dude, I want to go do this shit, but man, time and money is tough to come by these days, and that's one reason why I haven't really gotten into it. But I feel like 3-gun shooting is like kind of especially if you're into like self-defense and whatnot, it's probably the most relatable skills to like real life, I think, that you could train up on, is using the 3 most prominent weapon systems that we have out, I guess, to us, where it's like, handgun, rifle, and shotgun. It's like those are all very, very utilized, I guess, weapon platforms when it comes to self-defense and everything else too. So there's USPSA for handgun stuff and IDPA, and then you have your long-range shooting stuff with bolt guns and stuff. But it's like when it comes to actual like self-defense or like, I guess, tangible skills that are good to have, like 3-gun is probably the most, I'd say the most, I guess, important, I guess. Maybe that's a bad way of putting it. I don't know. But I've always been very interested.
I would say it's like the most versatile as far as a skill set to have.
Yes.
Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that shoot pistol off that would smoke me in pistol, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Or
smoke me in this, hands down. But 3-gun, you have to put all 3 together.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's the most fun, it's the most challenging, because you have to be able to do all 3 and do all 3 really good.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. The single discipline stuff is always really interesting because you get like the best of the best in that one thing. It's kind of like looking at like I guess boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai versus like MMA. Where MMA you have to mix it all together. You can't go into like a mixed martial arts fight and only know anymore. You can't just go into it anymore just being a really good boxer, or something like that. So like the 3-gun's kind of the same thing. We're mixing multiple different disciplines together, and you might get guys that are really, really, really good with their handguns, and then they're okay with their rifles, but then they kind of maybe are a little bit behind on their shotgun or whatever else. And it's like you really got to put it all together to be competitive.
For sure.
So, do you think that because you started out so young, you never really got into just a single discipline and then tried branching out from there. You pretty much just went full force into 3-gun at a very young age. So did that, like, I guess, are you happy that you did that? Like you just got straight into 3-gun at such a young age, or do you look back and you're like, man, it'd been really cool if I would have focused on like a single discipline more, or what?
Honestly, I wouldn't change anything. I've shot some other matches here and there outside of 3-gun, just kind of basically practicing for either an airgun match or a 3-gun match, but shooting it, something like a USPSA multi-gun or an RL-22. And honestly, it's not for me. The 3-gun that's just what I love.
Mm-hmm.
The others just, I don't.
So is with 3-gun. So is that still because you kind of branched out and gotten other things, which I want to get into a little bit later. But as of like today, is that still your main focus, or has your focus kind of shifted towards anything else?
I would say I'm still heavy in 3-gun, heavy in airgun, and I really like hunting's. Honestly, if I could only do one thing the rest of my life, it would be to hunt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just there's nothing like it on earth. As far as competition goes, 3-gun's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of interesting because that's one thing I've always said too, and like I love shooting guns and getting, just like getting. I guess when it comes to just plain fun, I love shooting guns. I think shooting guns is like it's just an absolute blast when you're talking like just I guess recreation or competition and stuff. But it definitely all kind of turn like for me too. It's like I'm the same way where hunting is my number one thing that I just absolutely love doing. I don't know what it is about it, but hunting has always been my number one, and all my other shooting has always been that I've done. Because I did trap shooting in high school and stuff, and that obviously directly correlates into bird hunting and stuff. But have you noticed with like 3-gun, like what I guess what have you seen any parallels with 3-gun and hunting? Because it's like with 3-gun you're trying to go fast and shoot a lot of different targets. Have you been like out there hunting, but like, man, I can definitely tell my skills and that I've sharpened in 3-gun have definitely helped in certain hunting situations?
100%. 3-gun, it's the ultimate training tool. I've had to shoot deer. Just throw up and shoot a deer left-handed with a crossbow,
Mm-hmm.
before turning over my shoulder and stuff. And it's always, and being able to build positions, because 3-gun, none of the stages are the same. Every match you go to, there's different stages. You never shoot one that's the same as another. And you always got to build a position for rifle and long range, or shoot from a weird lane, and that all translates into hunt. The same thing. Hunting trains you for 3-gun, and 3-gun trains you for hunting.
Mm-hmm. So it's really just like the basic skills like that you get from being really good at 3-gun that you see, because that is one thing that a lot of other competition guys like PRS guys and NRL hunter guys that shoot a lot of bolt guns, they're like, yeah, dude, it's like the best practice you can get for hunting. Because, yeah, like you said, you're always constantly building and breaking down positions and reestablishing positions. You have to shoot from awkward angles and stuff like that, and be able to be accurate while being uncomfortable is probably one of the biggest, I guess, tools that you can have when it comes to a hunting situation too.
Well, I mean, hunting, you never know where you might have to shoot from. You never know what angle you might have to, you know, lean in your stand to get an open shot, or where the deer's going to come from, how far he's going to be, all that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So I guess from 3-gun competitions, what's I guess the biggest match you've won, or when was the first match you won? I guess outside of the first one that you did that you won, that you already told the story of, but what's like your biggest accomplishment in 3-gun?
For 3-gun, I won the first year. I won Pro-Am was my first match I won, which was, they have a pro side and am side. That was my first major match. And the same year though, so I won Pro-Am in 2020, but I won Pro-Am, Generation 3-Gun, and Memorial all in the same year, 2021. That was probably, I would say, my funnest year shooting 3-gun, for sure. Being able to do that.
Yeah,
those were at the time the three of the biggest matches in the country.
Jeez. So where do these all take place at? Do you travel all over the place, or?
Yeah, so Generation 3-Gun is in Missouri, and they have a really cool thing going. It's called Gen 3. It's they raise money for junior shooters. So all the match fees from the adults, they pay back junior shooters' match fees that they've shot throughout the year to help junior shooters be able to afford staying in the sport.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a really awesome program that they got going. Pro-Am is in South Carolina at the Clinton House. That's my favorite range to shoot at in the country.
Okay.
It's awesome.
What makes that one so awesome? Just the layout, or what?
Yeah, they have everything. They got a lot of property, and they got some bays, but they have a ton of natural terrain, and that's what I like. But they always throw in a bay stage or two, which is good, just to mix it up. It helps keep the competition leveled out.
Mm-hmm.
But they got so many different things. You could shoot on a different piece of property, every time you're there almost. And shoot off shipping containers. I mean, just all kinds. Anything you can think of, you can do it there pretty much.
Oh, that's cool.
3-gun.
That sounds really cool. So, I guess, okay, so those are your favorites. Like, what, I guess, so that's your best year that you've had, you're saying, right? 2021?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So, was there, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if you have, like, sponsors that are helping you with all this stuff or what, but, like, when did you kind of start picking it up and seeing, like, oh my gosh, like, I can start doing this more often?
I would say I shot I guess it was a year and a half of shooting locals. So I started at 12. It was like a year and a half. I started in like the early part of the year. And then the next summer, I shot my first major. And I was like, this was back in the old 3-Gun Nation days. I was like 92nd at the match.
Oh, wow.
And then shot another regional in Florida, and then got invited to nationals. And then nationals, I was like 120th. There was 260 shooters or something there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it probably took a good 3 years to really, I'd say, start placing in majors.
Okay, gotcha.
In the top whatever percent, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it takes a little while to get up there, for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of matches, and you learn every match you go to. I mean, if you go to a match and don't learn something, you ain't doing something right.
Right. Yeah, no, that's 100%. I mean, because you were saying, you were talking about walkthroughs. So do you have a day, like a whole day dedicated just to walking through the range and like kind of going through your plan on how you're going to attack each stage?
For major matches, yes. For locals, no, because the local stages are not big, and There's nothing on the line really. So at the major matches, say if you shoot Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, and then you go on Sunday evening, you get there to the range at like lunchtime on Thursday and walk through all the stages because there's 8, 10, 12 of them, and they're a lot bigger than the local match stages. So you end up going through and getting a stage plan. How are you going to run it? Because some stages don't allow options. Some stages it says you got to shoot these targets with shotgun, and you dump it, and you shoot these with pistol, and then you grab your rifle and shoot long range or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When you got the stages with options, where they say, all right, all these steel down through here, down through the woods and up across, whatever. This is all pistol or shotgun. It's your option. And then these paper are pistol or rifle. That's also your option. And then you got the long range at the end. You got to shoot rifle, or maybe you don't. And then the option targets, that allows you to say, am I faster at shooting pistol and hitting these targets here, or can I load a shotgun and shoot that faster? So for me, I'm going to pick a shotgun almost every single time.
Oh, okay.
Or like if there's a lot of paper running through the woods, I just grab my rifle and shoot those running.
Okay.
Instead of slowing down enough to make my hits with pistol.
Uh-huh.
It's about playing your strengths, and then kind of just walking through every stage the day before, so that when you get to that stage, I need to gear up this. This is how I'm going to choose to shoot it, because it's the fastest way for me to shoot it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they had choices and stuff like that. That's pretty neat.
Playing your strengths is huge.
Yeah, that's fucking
cool. Because if I'm a shotgun, say I prefer to shoot shotgun, and somebody who maybe they haven't been shooting 3-gun as long, and they don't know about playing their strengths and playing to there, and they see me shoot a bunch of shotgun and very little pistol, but they're a better pistol shooter. But because I shot it, pretty clean and quick, they decide to shoot shotgun. That may not be the best option for them. They may be better off shooting pistol if they're a better pistol shooter than a shotgun loader and shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about playing your strengths and understanding how the game's played, and shooting each stage to your ability, not someone else's.
Oh, that's cool. I was watching some of your videos and shit on Instagram, and so you find that you're like, when it comes to shotgun, you're loading that fucker pretty quick. First of all, so that's pretty impressive. But so you find that it's easier to because it's gonna be slower reloading a shotgun than it is like a pistol and stuff. But you're saying that the time that you make up with getting first round hits and all that stuff with your shotgun is more important than maybe slowing down to reload a little bit.
So for me, for shotgun, if there's a lot of medium-sized targets out there, I don't want to slow down enough to aim and make my hits with pistol, if that makes sense. I don't want to stop my feet and go dink, 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 dink. I would rather just shoot my shotgun and load my shotgun moving.
Oh, sure.
I can put 4 rounds in my shotgun faster than I can take 3 pickup shots with my pistol.
Gotcha.
So I can I try to keep my feet moving. If I can shoot moving, I'm going to shoot moving, because I'm doing 2 things at once instead of standing still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously you're going to be better at shotgun when you're moving, because it's a scatter gun.
Well, and for sure, but unless it's still really big for pistol, which if it's a major match, they're typically not very big.
Yeah.
You're not going to be shooting those moving.
Okay.
You're going to be standing still shooting them. When I can be shooting them and loading them with a shotgun, and I prefer that.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes a lot of sense.
For some people, they might be able to stand there and just blaze through the pistol and then take off sprinting. But if that's faster for them, that's how they should shoot it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's cool. I didn't realize with 3-gun that you had that much, I guess, freedom to be able to choose what. For some reason, I always thought that they told you, you're shooting this at this target, and then this at this target, and then at that target. But it sounds like they give you a
match depending.
Right.
Match depending.
Yeah.
And stage depending. So there'll be matches with both kinds of stages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there'd be a lot of stages. Like we did shoot one stage at the Tar Heel event at Clinton House. They had the first bay. It was 3 bays. You shot the whole first bay with pistol, run over the berm, shot the whole next bay with shotgun, dump that, run around the bay, shot the last bay with rifle.
Oh, okay.
It was a bunch of targets.
Okay, so this really all depends on the match and the stage.
And the
then
stage design.
Okay,
for sure.
So when you're walking through, like obviously doing your walkthroughs and stuff, that's very important. When you're doing your walkthroughs before competition starts and stuff and the shooting commences, are you walking around with like a notepad and shit and taking notes, or are you just keeping it all in your head?
A lot of people use notepads. I don't. I can remember it. The stage just for me, and as far as the stage planning, that's one of my strong suits. So I prefer to just memorize it when I'm there. Get there and say, this is what I remember. Run it through one more time, 2 more times. Make sure I remember it. And then the whole time my squad's there, because you got your squads that move from stage to stage, like 10, 12 people at a time, and you shoot it as a squad, and you just run through. Each person goes, everybody helps reset all targets. So for me, that whole time, in my head, my stage is just playing, like on a loop of what I'm going to do. So when I get up to the line and I start, I don't have to think about it, because thinking is the kiss of death.
Yeah. It takes a while when you stop and think. It definitely slows you down for sure.
If you have to think about something, that means something went wrong in your stage somewhere.
Yeah,
so you had to do a reload that wasn't planned, and you were. If you reload, it should always be planned, unless you have misses that cost you, and you always try to plan where you're going to have a reload.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because the moment you have to do something that wasn't in your stage plan, that's when you start thinking.
Yeah, because you got to think about how many, like if you're shooting shotguns, especially, it's like if you have a miss or two in there, you're like, oh shit, and now I got to add in an extra reload in here somewhere, so that's going to slow you down quite a bit.
And that's where cannon for shotgun, that can be difficult too. And what I mean by that is, like, if you got, because I grab 4 shells at a time in quad load. So if I have them stacked on my belt in a certain place, say there's slugs in the middle of this stage, and I'm shooting shotgun, and then I'm hitting these 2 slugs, and then I'm moving. And I got these 2 slugs in a certain spot on my belt when I grab these 4, and I load in 1 bird, 2 slug, and 1 more bird. That means I got to shoot 2 bird, the 2 slug, and then continue on my bird. Because you don't want to slug a steel that's 10 yards away, meant for bird shot. Because in some matches, that's DQ. So that things can get difficult there, because you got to make sure you grab the right ammo at the right time if you have to mix slugs like that. Gotcha.
Is that pretty frequent, like mixing loads and stuff like that? Is that like a pretty common occurrence?
I would say I would, on average, do that once or twice a major match.
Okay.
Depending on the match. Some more than others. I've done it as many as probably 4 times in a match, depending on the stages and the options that were available.
Okay.
Try not to do it more.
Yeah, right. So with you've obviously been doing this for quite a while. Like, when was there? I mean, is there a match that stands out to you, or a stage that stands out to you, where it's just like everything got like just totally fucked, and you're just like, oh my gosh, you had to work through a whole bunch of shit?
Not sure. My guns have, knock on wood, always ran pretty good.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I don't know. I try to forget about those.
I hear you.
I have a lot of, I have 20 here and there that will go bad, as far as I'm 10 seconds behind where I needed to be because I had a makeup shot here, this long range target. I couldn't get the wind call, And then I'm like, I'm 10 seconds behind, But, like, as far as totally crash and burn, I've had a few I know about, but I don't remember when and where.
Yeah, no. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that short-term memory loss definitely helps, because then it keeps you focused, because you don't want to sit, especially in the middle of a match that especially takes multi days. It's like you don't want to sit there and dwell on your mishaps. You just kind of want to move past them. And
Well, if you don't forget about it, it's gonna mess up the next 3 that day. You got to kind of just, get your head back straight and make up the time you lost. And do whatever you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my always thing, and I've come to realize this within the last year or two, is that there's nobody at that match going to shoot 8 perfect stages. Everybody has one stage that don't work out how they plan.
Mm-hmm.
As long as your bad stage wasn't, way worse than said other person's bad stage, then it can work out.
Yeah, right. I guess at the end of the day, when it comes to competitions and stuff too, it's just because I've been talking to a lot of competition guys lately, and it's like you're really just trying to, when you're on, obviously you gotta make hay when the sun's shining. So when you're on, you really just want to gun it, but at the same time, like you're just really what really sets the top away from the rest is when you can minimize the damage of your bad days, I guess.
For sure, and most people don't realize how much mental actually goes into it. Remembering the stage planning and just being relaxed when you're on the line and they say, stand by, lead, not being tense and having that stage memorized helps so much with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had there was one match. Because you were talking about, or everybody has the one bad stage. So my one bad stage wasn't really that bad. I wasn't happy with it. It was still a fast time. And I was like, oh, I should have been 4 seconds faster. And everybody's like, shut up. And I was like, yeah, I know. But it was one of the things where I know I could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm my hardest critic because I want to be the best that I can be.
Right.
If I shot my best stage, I shot it so great, and I get 20th on that stage, that means 19 people flat out shot better. If I shoot bad, if I shoot what I feel is bad and get 3rd on the stage, I'm like, yeah, I know, but I should have been faster.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm hard on myself.
Well, I think that's healthy, though, honestly. Right? I guess as long as you're not too hard on yourself, but I've always said that too, especially like when it comes to like gym stuff or just really anything in life. It's like I'm rarely in a competition, even if it's a competition amongst other people. It's like I'm really rarely ever competing against them in my head. I feel like I'm always just competing against myself, where it's like if I perform to the best of my ability and I lose or something like that, then it's like, well, hey, they're just better than me. It's like I just got to keep training and stuff, but I feel like I shot or I did the best that I can do. Like Jacob Johnson did the best he can do that day, and if it comes up short, it's like at least you can go home and say like, but I did do my best, and that's always nice. It's like it's the stuff that sucks the most is when you make fucking dumb decisions or you make a mistake that you do know better, and you're just like, fuck, I knew better than that. Like, why did I do that? I knew that was the wrong decision. Like, what was I thinking? That's the stuff that really eats at me.
For sure. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. That translates to hunting too, because there's been plenty of times like that in hunting where it's like, I'm sitting around and nothing's really moving and stuff like that. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm just gonna scoot down here a little bit. I want to move over there or do this. And next thing you know, it's like you look back and like, God, fuck. Like, why did I do that? Like, I knew better than that. Like, oh, shit. Well, we lost Brady. All right. Let me get him back online.
Hey, I lost you.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't know what happened there. What was that?
I think the call just dropped.
Yeah. That was weird. Oh, well. Hopefully we can stay online for another half an hour or so and that'd be all right. But so I guess, yeah, all I was saying is like, just whenever you make those decisions, like I was saying before, it's like, you're hunting and stuff and you make a decision to do something like kind of in the middle and it's like kind of like wishy-washy, like I don't know if I should do this or not. Then you do it anyways. Then you look back and you're like, fuck, my gut told me not to do that, and I did it, and then I screwed up. You know, that's always the worst, is when you know better and you make a mistake and you're like, damn it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we've all had those.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and those, I mean, I've had those stage plans. I mean, in 3-gun. It's like, oh yeah, I can totally do that. It doesn't work out. I'm 15 seconds behind pace. I should have done it the way I originally thought about doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you there. I gotta say, not for personal experience, but when it comes to competitions like that. But so one last thing about 3-gun. So what's the furthest you shoot in 3-gun generally? Is it like, because you're shooting with ARs, are you shooting fucking pretty far with those or not really?
Yeah, we about 650.
650?
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
about how far we shoot. On like, I would say 12-inch guns and like BC size targets.
Damn. Holy shit. And that's pretty common to shoot that far out?
That's typically one match a year that does that. Everything else is within 6.
Damn, that's still pretty far. I mean, when I was in the Army, I was shooting I was pretty damn good out to like about 600 or so with my M4 in the Army. I'm like, that's a far shot with the motherfucking M4. But
oh yeah,
damn.
Typically, if you go to a major match, you just kind of expect the furthest target to be somewhere between 500 and 600.
Okay, so the majority of you guys out there, I mean, everyone's shooting generally like LPVOs and stuff. There's not a whole lot of red dots out there.
There's a few red dots for the people that shoot tack irons, but that division's kind of died. So everything's typically 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, or 1 to 10.
Yeah,
that's what everybody uses.
That's far. That seems really, really far. I mean, that's awesome. I like seeing that personally with competition and stuff, because I've always said too, when it comes to either shooting archery or shooting guns, is like you always want to stretch out your limits when you're shooting targets and really push limits so you know exactly what your weapon system, no matter what you're shooting, see how good you are out past, like, I guess, hunting distances and stuff like that too, just because it's always good to know. So like with competitions, if we're relating it back to hunting, it's like, you know, if you're hunting with an AR, it's like you're probably not going to be shooting at a deer at 650 with that son of a bitch, but it's like it is cool and it's fun to get out there and really push the limits. So and it probably separates a lot of people too.
It does. The 3 things in 3-gun that are, well, there's probably more than 3, but as far as shooting goes, it's pistol shooting, shotgun loading, and then long range rifle.
Okay.
Those are the big separating factors in 3-gun.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And then the stage planning thing, that separates a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So when you're shooting out there, so I guess with that stage that you're shooting out there, long distance, are you like running your shotgun, your pistol, and all that stuff? And like, when you get to that stage, are you like out of breath and trying to make a shot like that? Like, is it like a stress shoot and then you have to shoot 650, or is that kind of on its own? I don't even know. I'm so ignorant when it comes to this shit, dude.
You could either start with long range, like, shoot long range rifle, dump it, and then go shoot shotgun rifle, like on it's all the same stage as far as shooting all 3 guns. Or you could go running through the woods, shooting shotgun and pistol and this and that, and dump that, and then you run 40 yards, grab your rifle, and then shoot long range.
God, that'd be so
hard. It just depends on the stage design.
Dude, stress shoots are so much fun, but man, it really makes you think, like, holy shit, like, being able to calm yourself down and take a couple deep breaths and make a good shot at longer range when your heart's pumping like that is it's a skill in itself. Like, that's tough.
Good deer hunting practice when your heart rate gets up on a big buck.
Yeah, exactly, right? 100%, dude. I mean, it's definitely very similar. I mean, I guess generally, I don't know. In Iowa, we do a lot of deer drives and shit. So I guess a lot of times we do take shots after being, after working pretty hard, like walking through or and stuff like that. But, man, like stress shoots are totally different. Like that's a whole new ball game. That's tough. Like that really, I feel like that would really separate the men from the boys in that situation as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But so you've done, obviously your I guess claim to fame, if you want to put it that way, is 3-gun, but you've been getting into air gun competitions and stuff a lot lately too. So is that something you got into like just recently, or how long have you been doing air gun stuff for?
I guess I really started doing the airgun thing in 2021.
Okay.
I had always shot air guns, I guess since I was like 3, BB guns and pellet guns, old Crossmans and whatnot. My uncle did some things, bought him a couple air guns, brake barrels, and was just researching, trying to get them more accurate. And he come across PCPs and bought him a Brocock. So then a couple years, I think later, I bought an FX Crown, just for squirrel hunting and shooting, and had a hand pump. Was hand pumping it up. And there was a thing on American Airgunner's Instagram to where they were doing, it was the second season. They had done it 1 year before. They said, this year we're going to pick a fan, basically, to come be the final competitor on the show for Outdoor Channel.
Mm-hmm.
So they said you got to submit a YouTube video, why you should be on here, what airgun experience you have, that kind of thing. We'll review them all. So I got picked to be on there as the 8th competitor for the Airgunner Challenge, season 2 on Outdoor Channel.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Went to Arkansas, did that. I actually won the whole thing.
Of course you did. That's awesome.
And then I was like, okay, well, I should definitely get into this now. So then I went to RMAC a couple months later for the first year, which is Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge in Utah. It's the biggest airgun match in the world. And they have basically 4 divisions. Bench race.
Nope.
Basically up to 30 cal. Pellets only.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there, man. So you said, what was the first one?
I went to, for division.
Yeah, yep.
Bench rest.
Okay.
100 yard. Pellet only, no slugs. 25 bullseyes, you get 30 minutes. And then there's you have sighter targets at the bottom. You can shoot as many as you want at the sighter targets. And the wind out there is always ripping. Bench rest is the 1 division. Then there's like PRS, which you can shoot slugs in that. We shoot out to 200.
Okay. So real quick with the slugs and pellets, so it's just the difference in size?
So pellet is like a birdie that you hit across a tennis net or whatever. It's got the dome and then the skirt like you would buy like a Crossman can of pellets at Academy or whatever.
Yep.
That's Pro Shop. Slugs looks like a bullet, but it's more like a pure lead. It's a softer lead.
Mm-hmm.
And made for hunting and long range. They're designed to shoot at a much higher power. The pellets aren't really stable typically. Faster. Well, they used to not be stable past 920. Now we're shooting with like 965 with certain barrels, certain pellets, and getting good accuracy results. And they're staying stable. Slugs want to go fast. Slugs are designed to shoot at a higher power. They have a way better BC, so they retain their energy at long range like better. Most all pellets are dead at 200 yards. They're toast.
Mm-hmm.
Slugs are shooting 300, 400, 500.
Damn.
And even further.
Shit.
My buddy killed a ground squirrel at 500 yards with his.
God dang. I didn't realize you were shooting them that far.
Yeah, with a 22 slug.
Damn, that's cool.
So the slugs are just built for range.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're using the PRS.
Okay.
And then there's the speed division, which you basically race man on man until there's a win.
You said you race man on man until what?
Till there's a winner.
Oh, okay.
You race head to head. They have two target rays and they're mirrored. And you got one guy shooting one guy shooting another. The first one done wins, advances next.
Oh, okay. So you just have like a bunch of targets out there and stuff, and you're just transitioning between all the targets, and the first one to run their course wins.
Yeah, and they have qualifiers to get through, and then they take the top 16 in the world for the finals on final day.
Okay. So continue on about how you did during all that.
So 2021, I made speed finals, but in top 16, but I got knocked out the second round. And then I think the same thing happened in 22.
Okay.
23, I won world speed at Arnac.
Okay.
This year I got knocked out.
Oh shit.
In the final.
Damn.
Last year, 2023, when I won, my brother was actually second.
Your brother was second?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, that's super cool, man. That's awesome.
Very cool. Got to the final, like, it was me and him left. We're like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy.
That's sweet. So you said you won world speed. So so all those different are you shooting all those different divisions and stuff too? Then you said. Yeah,
so they have one more. It's called Big Bore. It's like you got to have 140 foot-pounds. It's like 50 cal, 357, and 457. I don't shoot that one, but I shoot all the rest of them. I shoot speed, PRS, and bench rest.
Okay, gotcha. So how'd you do in the other ones then, like in bench rest and stuff?
So bench rest this past year, I made a finals, top 20 in the world, but I qualified really high. But halfway through my card, there was some dust that got in the tank valve. So when I filled up my gun, it got a little clogged up when I went to bleed it. So when I bled it, it just kept bleeding out of my gun.
Oh, shit.
So I had to shoot my brother's gun, which wasn't shooting quite as good.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do well in that. But I was happy to qualify.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Finals.
So you're
and then PRS. I should have. Or go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
PRS. I should have placed. If my gun was messing up, shooting at that high power, just wasn't acting right. It's just air gun. So, one of the guys was helping me trying to fix it. He's basically air gun genius. Well, he had his air gun. He was like, just shoot my backup. I was like, all right, thanks. Like, appreciate it. Shooting his backup. Shot one stage with it. We're sitting on it's sitting up there on the line. It's like 10 in the morning, 93 degrees already.
Jeez.
And it blows a seal. O-ring melted, I guess, or something. Blows a seal. Starts blowing air out on the line. I'm like 3 shooters away from shooting the second stage. And one of the guys in my squad, who we were staying with him through sponsors, was Saber Tactical.
Okay.
And he was like, dude, I got my backup. Run to the truck with me. We'll grab my backup. It's like, all right. All right, on my third air gun. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Ran back there, grabbed his air gun, ran to the sight-in range. He grabbed out a mag. He already had some in there. He goes, pop, pop, pop. All right, it's zeroed at 50. While this whole time we're running, I'm working on stray lock, trying to get the dough for that ammo and that gun for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was like, what's it say for 100? I told him. He dials it up. Pop, pop, pop. He's like, it's good. Let's go. Took off, run back to the stage. And he was like, I was up next by this point. Like, I'm up. And I was like,
fuck.
you got to give me 2 minutes to write down the dope card and load a mag. And they were like, well, if somebody else is ready, they can go. So Thane, he's the guy I was borrowing his gun. He goes up and grabs his gun, and the cock and handle popped loose or something.
Mm.
So it wasn't. He was like, looks like we're both using the backup.
Oh, jeez.
Shot his backup the rest of the competition. But
No.
so I should have done okay in that. But I was happy with how I shot on some of the state, just considering I was shooting not my gun.
Jeez. So that's kind of a that sucks.
Yeah.
When it comes to equipment malfunctions and stuff, like, come on, dude. Like, I just want to shoot. Like, especially if you're on it and you're doing pretty well, and then all of a sudden some equipment malfunction happens, you're like, fuck, man, I was doing so good too. I was on a roll.
Well, like his backup, I was happy to shoot it. It's a great shooting gun. He shot ground squirrel with that out to 440 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm okay with shooting this. I just, not being totally used to it and figuring out the dough a little bit here and there more at a time, as we reach further out, helped too. But and the wind out there is so switchy.
Oh, I bet.
And it's never calm. You're never holding dead center.
No.
Ever.
No, wind calling on the mountains is a bitch.
Well, then we're like we're like in a big valley, and it just sweeps through there.
Oh yeah, valleys, dude. It's never like that's rough. That's real rough.
Yeah. So it's never holding dead center.
Mm-mm.
Your first shot's always your win call. You just got to get lucky and let the first one hit.
Yeah.
And you know your win call, but if you miss, you also know it. Just didn't get the hit.
Yeah, right. That's what's so important about being fast in your gun too. Even when it comes to, like, when you're shooting, like, I guess, for lack of better terms, actual guns, like, it's like those wind calls are so tough sometimes where, you have to you get your first shot off, then you just have to be super fast on your gun and try to get back on it in case you miss. And then it's like, then exactly where it's at. And you want to make that second shot as fast as you can before the wind does something stupid again and changes on you.
Oh yeah. As soon as I get a hit in the PRS on that, I'm just like, it's 3-gun mode. It's time to send it. That wind will shift. Yeah. And it shifts like every 3 seconds.
Uh-huh.
You can't shoot fast enough out there for them.
No, you can't. That's tough. that adds a whole new, I guess, factor into the competition. Mind, let alone that you're, nervous and kind of, excited and adrenaline's pumping already. Now you got the wind constantly doing weird shit on you.
Oh yeah, that's what makes bench rest really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
You may shoot 2 rounds in the 10 ring, and then as soon as you go up and pop off a shot, you may hit a 6.
Yeah.
Like, because it shifted the time you racked the gun and shot the next target.
Mm-hmm. And you said bench rest is 25 targets in 30 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
100 yards.
Damn. So they're 25 different. Are they like set up at different ranges too?
It's all 100.
It's all 100. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's just one big square.
Yes.
Okay.
One big square. I guess the whole scoring ring is about the size of like a skeet.
Uh-huh. So with bench rest, it's really just get them all. There's no time penalty and stuff unless you go over, right? So it's like if you get it done in 20 minutes as opposed to 24 minutes and 59 seconds, it's like there's no penalty or anything like that. There's no advantage in doing it really fast as long as it's just all about accuracy, right?
It can be, and it can help you or hurt you because you never know what the wind's fixing to do. It's always doing something different out there. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure it was this year. I think I had the highest card in my relay. I might have been second, but I think I had the highest card in my relay on day 1, and I shot it in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's kind of what
because I got the wind call. Everything was consistent. I was just racking and shooting and throwing another mag in and going to town as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like another guy who's there, and he's a phenomenal shooter. He knows as much about the guns, I mean, as far as how they operate, as anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a shooter and hunts all the time. Got a big YouTube channel, and he said I was going good for the first few minutes, but I was taking my time. I was like, well, maybe it'll slack off. But he said it didn't. It picked up, and I wish I'd have done what you were done, just blaze through it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I guess as far as like win and stuff like that, that's the advantage of going faster if you can. But I guess I meant like as far as the match goes, like just scoring wise.
Yeah.
Like, it's accuracy, right? When it comes to bench rest.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The scoring rings mean everything. Like the guy who won actually set a world record last year and broke his own world record this year.
Oh shit!
He shot a 240 he shot a 240 out of 250 this year.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's 24-10s. Then what? I guess how 240? So is it maxed out at 250?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's King's eye. So I mean, he could have had. I guess he didn't have any eights. So I guess is what it come out to be is he had out of 25, he had 10-9.
10-9s. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's way more probable. That's way more likely than shooting 24-10s and completely missing last target. I'm fucking stupid. So. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Jeez. That's fucking.
And that's the world record.
Damn. And that's and that's all. That all happens at the same place every year, then, right?
Yes, sir. And that's typically like if you go to different competitions and shoot like 75 yards, that's like 75 yard score. That he shot at 100.
Damn. That's impressive. That's really cool. So, so just getting into airgun and stuff a few years ago, are you finding yourself like really, really into it? Like, is that kind of taking some more of your focus, I guess, when it comes to that? Or are you still like a 3-gun guy to the core and you just really enjoy airgun too?
I would say both.
Both.
I hold 3 guns near and dear to my heart, but I guess the airgun thing's like the new thing for me, I guess. But
it's new and shiny.
Not getting replaced.
Yeah. No, I get it. That makes sense. Yeah. Whenever you get into something new, like when I first got into archery and stuff, I don't think I didn't shoot. I still shot guns, but I didn't shoot guns for a whole lot for a whole lot for quite a while. Like, honestly, it was probably about 2 or 3 years of me first getting into archery, being like, I'm just going to shoot my fucking bow as much as I possibly can because it's new and it's cool. And I'm just getting into bow hunting. So I want to be really effective with it. And it's just like, it's weird how that kind of happens. Like, I didn't lose any love for shooting guns. It was just like, this is new. I want to get into it more. But I don't know if that's kind of the same thing with airgun or not, but.
Yeah. And hunting with air guns is becoming bigger and bigger too.
Yeah, so yeah, it is. It is getting bigger for sure. I put something. The reason why Jordan reached out to me too is because I put something up on my Instagram and Facebook. Is just I got a picture of like some air gun stuff. I'm like, are air guns cool or gay? And it's kind of one of those things where in my mind, maybe I'm too much of like maybe I have too much of a conspiratorial mind. But when it comes to air guns, like I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's really popular in like the UK and stuff because they're not allowed to shoot actual guns in the UK or in certain areas. And it's like, it makes you so nervous that, air gunning is going to get super popular. And then, politicians are going to be like, well, you can do everything you want to do with an air gun that you could with a real gun. So why don't we just ban guns and you can just keep your air guns?
Well, like in the UK, they're limited to 12 foot-pounds of energy.
Well, there you go. They're not even happy enough with just having air guns over there. They still have to limit the power of them. It's like, fuck, man.
They're getting like 500 shots of fuel for their air tanks.
Damn.
Because it's low power.
Because it's so low power.
Yeah. I got a big bore. I can when I shoot it 3 times, it's empty.
Yeah, you're just sending it.
Well, I shot a bear with that one.
You what?
I shot a bear with that one.
Oh,
That's
did you?
the big one.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a 457.
457.
Yeah, I ended up shooting a bear for American Airgunner on Sportsman Channel with that.
Oh, you were on there and you hunted with them too?
Yeah, we hunted here,
Oh, okay.
like close to my house, but because the camera crew came here for it.
Well, that's fucking cool. Tell us about that. I haven't seen that.
We run them with dogs there, but I shot it with a Benjamin Bulldog 457
Okay. Well, that's cool.
and a 280 grain slug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, every once in a while when I'm at work and stuff like that, I'll turn Sportsman's Channel on if we're kind of slow, and American Airgunner will pop up on there every once in a while, and they're going all over the place and shooting shit with air guns.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think they were in Africa not too long
You
ago
might
too.
put on there one of these sometime if they rerun it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'll keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for you. I haven't seen. I've honestly the only ones that popped up on when I'm at work and stuff. Whenever they come on during the day, it's been when they're in Africa. Came up a couple times, and then another one where they're hunting like elk and shit.
Yeah, those are a little bit newer.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I don't know if they're playing a lot of reruns or not.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah,
they do,
they might show mine.
I'm sorry.
Mine was 2 years ago. So
Okay.
they might show it again. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'll keep an eye out for it for sure. Because, or maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. It's only on Sports' channel, right? They don't put their shit on YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah, no, Sportsman Channel owns the rights.
Owns the show. Gotcha.
So there's a trailer for it on my YouTube
Okay. Cool.
under like the public thing or whatever where I reposted it from theirs.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Fuck yeah, dude. So, but that's kind of the thing with the kind of thing with me about air guns is just I get nervous that it's gonna get political if it gets too popular. So I don't talk about it a whole lot. But I think I might be a little too conspiratorial about it. But I don't know.
I don't know. If you shot some, you'd probably change your mind.
Think so? Yeah.
I mean, well, it's pretty crazy, like how you can shoot a squirrel, 75 yards away, and the sound of the pellet hitting it is louder than you pulling the trigger on that air gun.
Mm-hmm. No, I can see
That's
that.
cool.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty neat. But those the big ones, they're pretty loud though, aren't they? I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use earplugs.
You still use
For the big
earplugs for
ones.
them? Do you?
For the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, it's cool. I'm definitely not poo pooing on anyone's like what they like to do. I definitely try to stay away from that. It's just with when it comes to politics and shit like that, it just makes me too nervous, I guess. But it is cool. Like I watched some of your stuff on your Instagram and stuff of you shooting your air gun and whatnot else. And like it is pretty neat, honestly.
It's a lot of fun for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot cheaper
Yeah.
once you have everything.
I can see
Ammo.
that.
I mean, the gear isn't cheap. The ammo is.
Mm-hmm.
But once you have it, it's cheap to shoot.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of like archery and stuff too, where it's like, you buy 12 arrows and you can go out there and you can shoot, as much as you want, as long as you don't lose them. So, but
It's hard to beat, 300 rounds for $20 for an air gun.
damn, that is tough. $300. I mean, all right, 300 rounds for how much you say?
About $20 for 300
Jeez.
rounds.
Yeah, that's like 22 ammo, dude.
For 25 cal. 30 cal, it's $20 for 150.
Okay, still, I mean, when you're putting in the grand scheme of things, 50 cal is probably like 100 and some odd bucks for a box of 20. So,
Yeah.
it's the complete opposite.
100%.
Yeah. So, before we get off, I want you to kind of run through. Can you give us a rundown of just what you're shooting for 3-gun and then your air gun setup and stuff?
All right, yeah. For the 3-gun, my pistol right now is just a Staccato XL with a Phoenix Trinity Hero grip, which it's the Staccato. That's a double stack 2011 9mm with a bull barrel, 5.4 inches, built for competition.
Yeah, those are fucking
And
sick.
my shotgun is a Brady B12I, which is Italian. Basically a breed of an M2. Uh, same designer. Same designer as the M2. Which it holds. I got the extended tube, but it holds 12 plus 1 in the pipe.
Damn. Hell yeah.
And then my competition rifle is a F1 BDRX 15 with I got a couple with EOTech 1 to 8, and then one of them has the EOTech 1 to 10. It just kind of depends on the match, depending on what I shoot, how far we're shooting. If I'm going to shoot further than 500, I go with the 1 to
10. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that gun has a proof research barrel in it with the 1 to 10.
Okay.
If I'm going to shoot past 500, I actually prefer the 1 to 8. So.
And what grain of bolts are you shooting with those two? Are you shooting 77 grains?
I shoot 75.
75s, okay.
And another little quick thing on the 3-gun. I shoot TAC ops. So there's multiple divisions. TAC ops means that my shotgun can only start with 9 in it. I can load more after started the course of fire. It has to start with 9. Rifle, that means I can't use a bipod or sandbag on any of the props, and I can only have 1 optic.
Oh, okay. So you can't have like a red dot at a 45 or anything like that.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
So and then my pistol, I can only hold like 21 rounds in my pistol mags and iron sights only. No pistol dot. So open means you can do whatever you want. You can have the side dots, the bipods, mag-fed shotgun, red dots, muzzle brakes, pistol, all that. I shoot TAC ups. You can't have all that.
Okay. That's pretty cool, though. I think that I feel like I would like that division a little bit more, too, just because it's less about how much money you can dump into buying gear for it and more or less just like get out there and shoot.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm TAC ops for life.
TAC ops for life. Yeah, it sounds way cooler too, dude. TAC ops, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're so that's your kind of your general setup. Your setup for your 3-gun stuff. So what kind of, because I'm so ignorant when it comes to air guns, like what kind of air guns are you running mostly?
I have a couple different ones. I shoot an FX Impact 30 cal. 700mm barrel for speed, and it's got a whole bunch of it's all aftermarket parts on it as far as accessories, like extended top rail, Arca bottom rail, bag rider, adjustable butt pad. That's all from Saber Tactical.
Okay.
And then I have Donnie FL suppressors on all of them. And then my slug gun right now, I've kind of turned it down in power. I didn't really enjoy being pushed to the max because it's the most killing gun, but it's not designed for what I was really forcing it to do. So I just turned it down in power. So I'm shooting 22 slugs out of it. That's my hunting gun. And what I did shoot PRS at RMAC before, but I'm going to end up having a different PRS gun that's built for that for RMAC next year. But this one is a 22 FX Impact, 700mm sniper version. It's got Saber Tactical and Air Marksman accessories on it. And then my bench rest gun is the brand new Karma 30 cal, Karma Red Panda.
That's a sick name.
It's awesome. It's almost 17 pounds from the factory with no scope or suppressor.
God dang.
Built for competition. That thing is, it feels like you're carrying a belt fed, but it's so accurate. It's so accurate. It's got a bull barrel that is huge. A ton of air.
Damn.
Like I'm shooting 30 caliber 45 grain at 960 feet a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like not even, I'm a little over half power on it.
Damn, no shit. So you can really crank that fucker up there.
Oh, I could definitely shoot a deer if I wanted to.
Yeah, I'd say that's cool. Man, that's pretty cool. So with that, I mean, being that heavy and stuff too, I mean, because like I said, with the big boy fucking air guns and stuff, I mean, how much are they recoiling? Are they recoiling much?
No, none.
None?
If it's not, I'm shooting. If it ain't shooting over 100 foot-pounds, you ain't got to really, it's not really moving.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that start to recoil, like get into like the 308 Texans and stuff, start to have a little. But really, when you get up to like 450, 750 cal, 58 cal, those start to thump.
Okay.
Or like the 72 cal, that's a hammer.
Really?
That thing thumps. But, I mean, that's kind of a one shot and done. One shot, fill it up kind of thing.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. So it's taking a whole tank to fucking launch it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like over 500 grain.
Damn. Jeez. What the hell you use that for?
Elephant? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool, though. That's cool to hear that they're, pushing the boundaries and stuff like that. I always love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I had to send you a scope cam video or something from my slow gun, my 22.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That'd be cool.
I shoot pretty hard, but the recoil's nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you hopping on and talking us through some of that stuff. Like that's definitely something that I've been interested in with the 3-gun side of things. It's like I've always been interested in doing stuff like that. It's just time and money. But I am gonna probably do like tactical games next year because my buddy kind of talked me into doing that, and that's only 2 different guns. You just need an AR and a pistol for that. So
yeah, I got a lot of buddies who do that, but I've never got into it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be fun, I think, to try it out and see what happens. Yeah. But, yeah, I've always been interested in the 3-gun, just haven't really gotten into it. It's just shooting fast is such a tough skill to get good at. It's such a tough skill. So it just takes a lot of training, a lot of time, and a lot of ammo to get good at something like that. But that is, I appreciate you hopping on, talking us through all that stuff and everything else, and with the air guns, and that's pretty awesome, man. So. Is there anything you wanted to shout out? Any type of any plugs to take your time and kind of go through it?
My YouTube, it's For God and Country Outdoors. We do a lot of hunting videos. Me, my brother, and dad, some other friends are on there too. And yeah, hunting videos. There's some 3-gun videos on there, air gun videos, how tos. We got a video on that Karma air gun. If you're interested in the air gun things. Check it out. It's For God and Country Outdoors. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
My Instagram's 3gun Brady. I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. I'll definitely check out your YouTube channel and stuff and kind of see. I'm always interested to see what other people are putting out there. So
appreciate it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks a lot. Have a good one. And thanks for listening, everyone.
Oh, thank you, sir. Have a good evening.